Hello, fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. This is your full buck moon in Capricorn reading. We're covering money, love, career, all the usual, and any messages that come through. Also, listen to the very end because different messages always come through to the very end. We have a consciousness card and number 8, if you like numerology, happy success. So that is majorly exciting, happy success during this time period. You might be worried about being able to accomplish something. Like as we get closer to the full moon, it's only in a couple of days. It's on July 10th. But you're going to kind of get over that hump. You're going to be in this energy here of happy success. Like the world is in your hands. What you've been striving for, you're able to accomplish. And similarly to water signs, something comes in as a great relief. Might be a new job offer. If you're searching. So if you're searching for a new job offer, but there's success with something that makes you feel intense joy. These are just not wanting to cooperate with me. So I'm going to give this another shuffle and cut. All right, what else for fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius? And this is Monica with the Lynx Tarot, if I didn't already say that. Okay, look, we have a travel card. I was thinking about travel with happy success for some reason. I don't know why. And this is an event. So you might be traveling somewhere for an event. Or maybe someone is traveling for something for you. Like maybe you are getting married in a different country or across the country. If you're in the United States, I'm picturing like someone's going across the country, or you're traveling north, or any direction. Not necessarily west. Like for a second there I was picturing west, but then I was like, no, like there's something up north. It's more like a north or south thing, but it's a lot of miles. So that's for somebody listening. It could be really anywhere. This could be a much needed vacation and a break. Someone's taking a break from somebody. All right. Let's see what else we get. It's a welcome break. Everything will be okay. It might simply be a break from your responsibilities. A little change of scenery. Maybe you're just going to a B&B somewhere, just as a little getaway, change of scenery, and not have to think about your usual responsibilities. And I think this is coming up because it's very important for someone listening. Like you've been just doing the same thing and making sure everything's okay with other people for so long that you're gonna break if you don't take a break. We don't want that to happen. And we have a consciousness of lack. So there's a consciousness card, 2 consciousness cards. So we have a happy success card and a consciousness of lack. So you might be feeling tired because you've been overly focused on someone else's needs. But when you take this break, however you're able to take it, okay, it could be a simple change of scenery or going to do something on your own when you usually have that person with you or others with you, just getting that mental break and removing yourself from those people or that person, you're going to realize that this freedom is something that you can have more of. It doesn't mean you have to completely disconnect from whatever it is you need a break from. You can have you too. Like you can do your own thing too. Okay, so some of you feel like you are lacking in finances, but you're actually okay. This could have to do with comparing yourself to others, so be careful not to do that, because the grass is not always greener. All right, what do we have from the Tarot of a Moon Garden for fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius? What do we have for fire? Fire signs. Full book moon in Capricorn. All right, we have the 10 of Wands. Yeah, so you've got to put some burdens down, like you've been taking on too much. I think you may have offered your assistance to someone and now you're regretting it. Like you jumped to say, I can help you with that. And then it came out of your mouth like so quickly that it was like, oh, like you kind of couldn't eat your words. 6 of Cups. So somebody might be traveling to see an old friend. It could be an old love, or not an old love, but maybe someone that like you've been attracted to or were attracted to in the past, and you're able to reconnect at this point in time. So it doesn't mean you're getting back together with an old love. That doesn't usually work out, but this might be someone you knew before and you liked each other and it wasn't good timing, and now it is good timing and you're traveling to see one another. And the travel card, it doesn't mean it has to be a lot of miles. I think that like, for somebody there are a lot of miles, like that north and south thing. I'm picturing Maine for some reason, or somewhere very northeast, maybe not quite Maine. But it could be short travel. It could be less than an hour visit. You could live a couple towns apart from somebody, and it could be a friend or someone that you would like to think about dating, getting to know better. You just don't really run into each other. You're not on the same, what do you call it? Like you're just not in the same town. You're a couple towns over, okay? Something like that. Or you kind of have to make a little bit of effort to see one another. But it's really great, and it's refreshing. It's very freeing for some reason connecting with this particular person. We have the Ace of Swords. So I'm going to lay out the rest of the cards. The Ace of Swords is you're coming into serious mental clarity, and it's also a sword of protection. It's Archangel Michael's sword of protection. So if you've been worried about finances, know that you're going to be okay somehow. You might not know how, but as long as you're doing everything you can to figure this out, the answers will come. You're going to realize that you have more power and control than you thought. And this realization may come when you remove yourself from a situation. For some of you, this could be like a stifling workplace. You might be like, I want to get out of here, but I don't know what to do. I don't know what my other options are, or there aren't any other options, but there are, but you might be telling yourself that there are not. And then you have this aha moment where you're like, you know what? I don't have to keep doing this. I can do something else. I'm going to make the money while I need to make the money here where I am, but I'm going to start putting some applications out there. Somebody might be wanting to go work on a cruise ship. I don't know why that popped into my head. I've known people in the past who have done that. It wouldn't be my gig, but it was something that they really love to do, and it was for them. Get another row of clarifiers here and see what else for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Well, we have the Hierophant there, so there's a commitment, some kind of contract. Ace of Pentacles, so there's some good money here. And look at that, the Sun, so that's like abundance, happiness, and good health in all ways. Yourself, your family, loved ones, pets. Happy success is being clarified by the 10 of Wands and the Hierophant. So you could be dealing with a Taurus, or there could be an important Taurus in your life. The Hierophant can be about commitment, about spiritual evolution, enlightenment, seeing that there's a deeper side to things. These struggles, these burdens really don't have to be struggles and burdens. You can manage to find your own freedom, joy, and happiness without losing important relationships. Like, for example, your kids might be able to do more things for themselves now than they could before. Could even be adult kids, right? Maybe you've continued to do a lot of things for your adult children, and it's time for them to do these things for themselves. There could be a marriage for somebody. I'm getting there's someone who's getting married, but they keep going back to mom or dad. It's like they don't really want to cut those apron strings. And you might need to tough love that person and say, I still love you, but I'm not going to enable you to not be strong and independent. I'm here for you when you want to talk. You know where to find me, but you have to learn how to do this on your own, because I'm not doing you any service or justice by continuing to coddle you. And it may be really hard for you, but once you do, you're going to be like, wow, like they're okay, everybody's okay, and I'm free now, and there are goals I have in my own life that I can strive for now, because I can think clearly. I've made this decision. Realizing that that person has their own path too, and you're honoring that by honoring yourself. There's burdens that aren't yours. You're making them bigger than they are or need to be, because it's not all your responsibility or your responsibility at all. I'm feeling like someone listening, you feel like you need to make an excuse to travel or get away, but you don't have to make an excuse. You have every right to say, I need a break. I'm going away for a weekend. I'm going to go sit by a lake somewhere, a pool or the beach or something. For others of you, there's a love connection here. There's a really I feel like there's a serious love connection here. You might be meeting someone in a different town. It might be an in-between town or something like that. And you're like, I want this. I want to be with you. We can work this out. There could be a proposal. There could be a marriage proposal here. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles could also be about, strong potential for stability and security in this relationship, and also financially. Someone's traveling for business, and you might be making a new friend there that feels like there's a strong soul connection. I feel like a strong commitment energy here, but also a freedom energy here. So many of you are needing to make a strong commitment to yourself. Realize, I'm not going to have my own life if I'm always doing stuff for this other person who can do the stuff for themselves, okay? Consciousness of lack. I want to look at this card real quick. So there's all of these coins in here, and this person doesn't see them. And this person is leaning against all of these books, and they're like, I got this education, and I'm not making any money. I owe all this money in my school loans, but I don't know how to earn money to pay for it. But there is help and assistance. There are different plans and programs, and you certainly can find a good job that will help you make those payments, but also be able to live. And don't turn away from your education if this is you. Don't turn away from your education, because that's something that you'll never lose. And use what you have learned to help you learn how to figure this one out. There's something you need to figure out, and you can do it. And that's being clarified by the Ace of Swords and the Sun. So here we are with the Ace of Swords. This is mental clarity. You're going to figure this out. You're going to be like, yeah, I'm proud of my education. Even if it's not formal education, you can say it's street smarts, experience in whatever. You're going to realize, if I got this far, if I got through such and such, I can get through this other thing, and this current thing really isn't all that bad. And we come to the Sun. Again, there's clarity, knowing that you're going in the right direction. It will be very obvious to you. Freedom again, joy, travel. If you've been concerned about someone, they're going to thrive. If you've been concerned that they will not thrive if you let go, they will. And it will make your relationship stronger. Okay, so we got the Eight of Swords. Water signs got this as well. So you're putting the restrictions on yourself, which is the good news, because that means you have the power to free yourself. I'm getting like wherever you're going, there's fresh air, you're near the water, there's a, you know, a breeze flowing off the water. It's very cleansing. Okay. We have the Death card. So this is a huge transformation. It's an important time. It might be intense because it's around the full moon, but this was meant, it's the right time. It was meant to happen, or you wanted to make it happen, and then this other factor comes in and you're like, okay, this is how it's going to be. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. I'm getting also crown chakra. We have the Nine of Cups, beautiful wishes and dreams, wanting to share, feeling very abundant. And we have that with the Sun too. The Nine of Cups, abundance and joy, wanting to share with others. Really building what you want and realizing that you can do that. And there's this huge weight lifted off your shoulders in the form of mental clarity. Like when you come to this realization and make this decision, you're going to feel physically more energetic because you're no longer worried or feeling burdened. And look at this, the Strength card. So you could be dealing with a Leo, not necessarily, but you have the strength, and this is going to make you feel even stronger. Like you have the strength in there already, but you're going to feel even stronger. Okay, so let's go over here to the Energy Oracle, and then we will wrap it up with some Archangel Michael cards. So what else for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius? All right, so we have the first chakra. Here we go, Archangel Michael, and we are getting some Archangel Michael cards after this. The first chakra is the root chakra, and let's go back here to the Ace of Pentacles. So building a strong financial foundation for yourself, or maybe you and a partner in love, for your family, pets. Okay, so that's strong energy. So this full moon energy, you know, it's usually, you know, emotionally intense, but it's also a good full moon to consider and maybe plan how to, you know, how you wish to provide financial security and emotional security. 35 and 8 for numerology. And oh, look, we got the Sun again. Look how exciting. Abundance and joy. There's more where that came from kind of energy. Wanting to get up out of bed in the morning and live your day. Like really feeling enthusiastic about that. And maybe you haven't felt that in a while. You have a new energy. All right, let's see. Let's get one more. Kind of don't want to after having the Sun card twice, but whoa, I'm glad I did. Blossoming abundance. And look, that's reinforcing another message with the Nine of Cups with abundance. Okay, so good things, good health, having what you need. Your loved ones having what they need. All right, let's put that there, that there. Okay, so let's see what Archangel Michael has to say for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And please do comment below if this resonates. And if you have any suggestions or recommendations for future readings, please let me know. Like, do you want a love reading, or is there something even more specific than that? Okay, we have you're ready for more. Yeah, so it's your turn. It's your time, fire signs. 40 and 4. Your career is growing and blossoming. Now is the time to make the changes you have been contemplating. So it doesn't have to necessarily be just your career. There's something you've been wanting and it's time for that to bloom, okay? But you have to make space in your life for it. Angels of healing are with you, and we have a 2. A time of healing is about to bless your life. Accept Archangel Raphael's emerald green light while I enhance your strength. Okay, so there's that sword again. I don't want to mess up the spread here, but the Ace of Swords. Then we have another sword here. That's Archangel Michael's sword. He is enhancing your strength. Let's get one more. Stay the course, 29, and that breaks down to the master number 11. Don't panic. You're not on the wrong path. You are just having a bumpy start. Learn from your experiences and keep going. All right, really intense messages here, fire signs. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment below, hit the like button, and subscribe. Make sure you hit all notifications. That way you won't miss anything, and I will see you again soon.